What's up, good executives? Happy Wednesday. Let me know that you can hear me in the chat by typing either hump day or hangnail. Hump day or hangnail. It'll make sense in a minute. Hump day or hangnail if you can hear me in the chat. I just went live also on Instagram. I don't know why that seems so freaking close to my face. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But anyway, what's up to, let's see who we got here. Let me see. I feel like I'm always trying to get used to this new. So different. Everything's so different than the normal live. Hey, Precious and Alice, Aunt May, Renee. Who we got? Oh, that's me. That's me. Tracy Lee, One Love, Carol. Usually I don't click on them. That's what's slowing me down. Saint Center, Carol, D Baby, and then over here on Instagram, Dance Music, Robin and Ananda. Is it Ananda? CT, Miss T Ford, and I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce your name. I don't know if that's a real name, but SP Spitlib. Spitlib. But thank all of y'all who are here. Yeah, today I just had a few topics for us, just a few. I was trying, I almost got into production mode, which is something I'm trying to stop doing. Because I want these to be a lot less time intensive to like show prep. That way I can come here often. I'm also now checking because I'm trying to see if this is coming out as an actual vertical live on YouTube, or do I have to go from my phone? Hold on. What am I trying to do? Okay, that's that. Here we go. Let me see. See, I don't think this is doing the vertical live on YouTube. I'm probably going to have to change this format. Yeah. You got to love it. You got to love it. Hold on. So what I'm trying to do is be on the YouTube Shorts live, but maybe I absolutely, like this person is, maybe I absolutely have to be on my cell phone in order to do that. That's not good. Okay, we'll fix that tomorrow when we go live tomorrow. But anyway, yeah, I don't think I'm on here because I'm using StreamYard. I thought that still would work, but anyway, maybe I got to do it from my phone. Thank you to the 89% of you who have said that you have shared this video. Now, don't just be pressing yes and you ain't shared it. So if you've shared this video and hit that thumbs up or like or heart, depending on what platform you're on. Oh, yeah, I'm on Facebook today too. So hit all the appropriate likes and such to help spread the video and share it. But thank you to the 87% of you who are have the intention to do that. Don't be sending me off with your vote. Somebody you did, something you didn't. I was saying, say hangnail because I got a hangnail and it's so far up that it's like I don't want to clip it because it's too far up. But it's starting to catch on stuff. So I'm gonna have to make my way to give me a what they call it, manicure. Let's do anyway. Hey, Wendy L. Williams. Okay, so today what we have on the agenda, because we don't do these not real long lives. Peter Thomas from the Real Housewives of Atlanta is back in the headlines again. They are saying that Peter Thomas has faced another lawsuit. Once again, it's related to one of his businesses. They are saying, according to Radar Online, the Peter Thomas was hit with a massive 7-figure judgment over a Miami restaurant he planned to open. He didn't open it, but he was planning to open it. They were in the build-out permitting stages, and nothing ever happened. So according to the court documents obtained by Radar Online last month, a Miami judge granted a default judgment in favor of DTS DT Realty against Peter Thomas. His now closed Miami restaurant Bar One Miami Beach, which was another restaurant that we talked about actually a few months ago, and his separate business, One Society. So I think I guess they're the landlords for both. So the article goes on to say Thomas ran Bar One from 2019 until late last year when the business was evicted over unpaid rent. I didn't realize he opened like literally right kind of before the pandemic. Sure, that hit him hard too. Says before the eviction, Thomas had plans to open a separate upscale supper club named One Society. Says he said he planned to spend $3 million on the project. I vaguely feel like I remember him talking about this, like on the shows when he was on some of those housewife shows. The project never took off, and the company formed for One Society was dissolved. They said DT Realty was the landlord for the location where Thomas planned to open One Society. And then in January of 2023, they sued Thomas and his business. The landlord claimed that One Society signed a 120-month lease for the location. 120 months. Do the math, y'all. What's that? I don't know. Do the math for me real quick. Let me know how many years is that. DTS claimed Thomas' business breached lease by failing to pay the rent from October of 2022 through January of 2023. So that really shows you how much money he was hemorrhaging. Because you got to keep in mind, he's paying rent 10 years. Thank you, Chocolate. So he had a 10-year lease on this retail space that never opened. So he was paying rent from 2019 all the way through 2022. That's a hell of a lot of money. So it was just going out the window. Wow. At the time, DTS said that One Society owed $61K in back rent. In addition, the landlord said that Thomas failed to produce the tenant plans within 30 days of the lease being executed as required per the deal. So he didn't even produce the plans of, I guess, the build out, the architectural plans, the schedule, et cetera, et cetera. And that was required as a part of their deal because they want to make sure, hey, this place going to really open so we can make sure we're going to get our money. And if not, if it's looking like an ish show in the beginning, we can then try to terminate this lease. So before we get to the point that you owe us $9 million. Says the company claimed that One Society refused to turn over the keys despite the breaches. DTS demanded Thomas be ordered to vacate the location and cough up the unpaid rent. They said Thomas and Bar One were listed as defendants in the lawsuit due to him being guarantors on the lease. Says in response, Thomas denied all of the allegations of wrongdoing. He said he didn't do nothing wrong. He argued DTS breached the lease by failing to provide him with sufficient access to the premises. So his argument is they were blocking me from getting in there to do what I needed to do. He argues that DTS actions excused his obligations under the lease until the breach was cured. So he's saying based on what the landlords didn't do, it actually excused him from having to abide by his obligations according to the terms of the contract until they did what they needed to do. Says Thomas, it's kind of odd though. If you rented the space, shouldn't you have the keys? I mean, you've been paying rent for a couple years, you have no keys. That seems very odd, unless they changed the locks on them. Says Thomas responded, but One Society did not file an official answer, which led the judge to granting a default judgment against One Society and ordered the company to vacate the premises immediately. So in a recent motion for default judgment, DTS argued that One Society and Thomas had not paid the lease continuing monthly obligations of base rent, which began in March of 2023, and other operating expenses, insurance, and property taxes. DTS claims that due to the default, One Society and Thomas were responsible for the damage, including accelerated rent and operating expenses due under the lease. The landlord estimated $9,175,000, $189.38. He won't they 38 cents, which included all rent owed on the 120-month lease and other expenses. Question is, do y'all think that he's gonna have to pay this $9 million? Put that in the poll. It's only for the YouTube side, y'all. The poll I can only do on YouTube. Do you think Peter, I'll say owes this money? Do you think he owed them this $9 million based on what he's saying, based on what they're saying? They go on to say in this article, on February 27th of 2024, the court granted the default judgment and awarded DTS $9.1 million plus attorney fees from Thomas and One Society. Thomas tells Radar Online that he plans to appeal the judgment, and he says, he's quoted as saying, "I am going to win," he said. "They'll never see a dime." Thomas accused the landlord of micromanaging him and failing to give him the keys on time. It's been some years. I'm confused about this key situation. As Radar Online first reported, Thomas, Bar One owner, was evicted from his beachfront location over unpaid rent as well. And they said the restaurant has since been closed down. A few weeks later, Thomas was arrested for driving under the influence in Georgia. Prosecutors have yet to file any criminal charges over the incident. Thomas and Bailey were married, meaning Cynthia Bailey, were married for 7 years before getting a divorce in 2017. So once again, Peter Thomas is unfortunately in the news for these situations. Yes, Ananda, come on over here to YouTube. I see you saying, let me go over there. Yes, come over to YouTube. You can interact a little bit more. So yeah, let me see what y'all saying about it. Let me see. The poll question here is, do you think Peter owes this money? 83% of y'all say yes. 17% of y'all say no. I feel like he should owe whatever the back rent is. Well, but you know, depending on the whole situation, he's saying he don't even owe them that because of the fact that they weren't giving him access or whatever. But I could see that, but like all that future rent, I understand what the contracts say, but I don't know about no 10 years worth of well, I guess the remaining 8 years or whatever it would have been. They probably gonna have to eat that if he's able to fight that in court. He has good attorneys. All right, let me see what y'all saying. I got my other glasses on today, and these are worse. These are my new ones. Wendy L. Williams says, I visited Peter's Bar One, Miami. It was the worst experience of my life. Wow, Peter needs to find a new profession. Ooh, ouch. I've heard a mix, but mostly I've heard like the food was good and stuff. But I don't know. I guess it depends. Did you say when? You didn't say when. I wonder if you visited as things were getting tight financially and people weren't, the employees were saying they weren't getting paid and things. I wonder, was it staff shortages? Is Peter related to crooks? Not that I know of, but I don't know. Are you saying there's some similarities there? I don't know. This is what happens when you do too much, like Thick Hips did in the in the food industry. He is not business savvy. Harriet is saying, I see why Cynthia left him alone. He almost bankrupted her. Yeah, she had, remember she sued him as well, but to my knowledge, she got her money back, but she ended up suing him. He better stay out of Miami Beach and open in a city where people look like him reside and frequent. Shaking my head. It's funny that you say that, Harriet, because I did catch him where on maybe his live or something, where he was talking about his experiences having a business in Miami Beach and how I think he might have been the only person of color to have an establishment in that particular area. And he talked about the racism and other issues that he was running into with that. So I think you might have a point. And I think he was arguing, he was sharing that was a factor and the frustrations with it for sure. But it could be that maybe, if he dials it back a little bit, like you said, it won't cost you $3 million to build it out. Like if you do it in, because wasn't the original bar one, the one in Atlanta, wasn't that in a kind of regular area? But I don't know. I've never been there. I just saw it on TV. He didn't have nobody else money to run in the ground. That's why he is in all this debt. Oh, wow. He's an idiot. He barely talks a good game when it's time to actually show up. His butt is getting sued. Yeah, it's been it's been bad for him like the past few years. It's like everything you hear about him in the media is, all this stuff about the businesses. He is not Jewish, Russian, or Cuban. He is in the wrong industry where these mafia members rule. Interesting. And I think he was alluding to that too. So you have some perspective on that as well. Peter can cover that. Oh, I don't know if I should be reading that. I don't know if I'm misunderstanding or if that's talking about, we can't on YouTube. I can't read certain things. He shouldn't owe nothing since they blocked him, right? And if that's his point, like he wasn't able to get in, I don't know. I'm just reading the article. I don't know nothing about nothing. He better link up with the commissioners in the district to get the details on opening up. Yeah, and they could also, Harriet, be blocking him out from that. It could be that, that's part of his problem. He, like you said, he's not able to get in because they don't really let you in, to be honest. We know this. Same with like the hair care industry with, beauty supply places. They have that on lock as well. We get our people try to open a Black-owned beauty salon. I mean, not salon, but the beauty supply. But they got it on lock. They combine together to be able to buy large bulk. They have these, distribution groups and all of that, and they're able to buy in bulk and bring the cost down for all of them. And they network together, and they don't let you. They don't let you in. So that's why when most times when you see a Black-owned beauty supply, is not as big. The inventory is not as expansive. I try to support, and not that I go that often to a beauty supply place, but I try to support the Black-owned ones if I know of one. But also sometimes I'm supporting them and I'm like, damn, they ain't got what I need. I got to go over there. I still got to go over there. To them. I still got to go to them and it ain't your fault. You just don't have access. I understand. I know the game. So, yeah. All right. So I'm going to move on to the next topic because we got a couple of them. Oh, the other thing, how did I skip this? Yolanda R texted me, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Text me about the Legion. Because yesterday we talked about the Risa Tisa, who the F did I marry story, and her ex-husband Legion is now out there, and he just did an interview, et cetera, et cetera. And I talked about that I was probably going to watch it on my walk. During my walk, I ain't feel like watching it. I was like, I don't feel like it. But I saw Kimberly's message later. No, I'm sorry, not Kimberly. Yolanda's message later. And she was saying, why don't you do a watch party? It'd be fun to do a watch party for the Legion interview. So I'm gonna put it in a poll. Do y'all want to do a watch? And I was like, that's a good idea because I don't really want to watch it. Like I gotta get in the mood for that. And right now, I ain't. So do you want to do a watch party for the Legion interview? For the Legion interview, from what y'all told me yesterday, is 2 hours long. So, and I'll say we'll do it through Patreon. I ain't gonna really do it on this. I'm not doing it on this channel, on my main channel, Velby Reacts. I'll do it through Patreon. So I'll send a link. As long as you're part of the VIP text community, you'll get the link. Let me put that in the chat right now. Can I do this? Oh, I'll do it over here on Instagram as well. I got to get used. Y'all bear with me. Over time, I'll get better juggling, but just keep in mind, I'm juggling 3 platforms at the same time with comments and communication, all that good stuff. The only thing I don't have to worry about, oh, do it not go through? Did it not go through? Oh, maybe I can't send y'all messages on. Oh, no, maybe I did it wrong. What just happened? I don't know. Something just happened over here on Instagram. I was trying to send y'all the little link too, but I couldn't send it. I can't send it to y'all on Instagram for some reason. But anyway, just bear with me. So sometimes I forget that I got y'all over here on Instagram. Hey, Topaz. Are you Topaz Spivvy is what I'm trying to figure out, though. Because we got a Topaz Spivvy who be on the YouTube side. Are you the same person? Okay, yeah. So just vote on that. Let me know about that. And then if so, we'll do it one day this week. I'll figure it out. If it might end up being on either Friday night or maybe on a Saturday. I guess I'll put that. So put it in the chat. You can do it on either side. Hey, okay, it's the same person. Hey, Topaz. Put in the chat what day of the put Friday or Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Because it would have to be one of those days. And if any of them work for you, put all the days that work for you. Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, what you prefer to do this watch party. And then I'll look at the results from that, and we'll figure it out from there. Okay, moving on to our next story, because I want to be on here not too much more than an hour, because I still got tonight's show. Don't forget, we will be going live again tonight on this channel, the Vel B Reacts channel, for did I ever put I think I put the link over there and didn't over here. I don't know, y'all. Anyway, there's the text community number again, if I didn't put it over here in the main on Facebook and YouTube. But tonight we have our next episode of Exposing Darius Crooks. We will be continuing with the pieces related to the Three Kings tour. And tonight, though, we're going to concentrate a little bit more on the unraveling and exposing of the lies that we have caught. Documented lies. I have video proof. I have receipts of things that Darius Crooks has said. And then we're going to look into a little bit of how it all kind of fell apart. Yeah, so that's the plan for tonight. And then hopefully we can move on from that a little bit and get into some of the other stuff I want to start talking about as it relates to Crooks. But yeah, so tonight, if you're available, we are working our way towards the 1,300 likes for that last video. We did not reach it yesterday. We had about 1,150 or something. I know in part what it was something I realized after the fact as I was kind of watching it. The way I did my formula and my calculations were based on the views over the weekend, but also how quickly the views accumulated over the weekend. What I didn't consider was the veritable. This is math talk, y'all. I'm not that good at math, but some pieces I'm good. I could work out. When it's tangible, I can work it out better. So the variable I didn't think about was the weekend means more people are probably available and they're watching it. So the views are going up pretty quickly. Well, we move into Monday, and then of course people are working, all that kind of stuff. They got stuff going on during the week, so they're not able to watch right away. So the 1,300 will happen, likes will happen on that video, but the views aren't going as quickly. And only 10 to 15% of people, really around 10%, 10 to 15% is like a great percentage of likes on a video. I did the research on that. You can't get 100% of the people to like the videos, but like I said, it's in part because some people are not logged into YouTube when they're watching it. So if you're not logged in under your account, you can't hit the like button. So that's part of the problem. There's probably way more people with that issue than you might imagine. The other piece is some people literally don't know how to hit the like button. They don't know what it is. I had to teach my mom how to hit the like button, and she loves YouTube now. And I just assumed everybody knew what that meant. And she was like, what that mean when they be saying hit the like button? I don't know what they be talking about, and subscribe and all. So I had to walk her through it. So that's part of it as well. So you have to make accommodation. You can't say, well, this video got 10,000 views, so it should have 10,000 likes, or the people just being ignorant. No, to have 1,000 likes on a 10,000 view video is actually pretty good. So that's where we're at with it. So I will adjust it for tonight's video, because we will have a goal for tonight's video as well, and I'm gonna continue to do that. But Patrice Lattimore says the ads are adding. Yes, I need to go back and fix some things too with the ads, but yes. So things are happening. So we're gonna keep it up, and then we just adjust as we go. For this poll question, I'm gonna close it out. Do you want to watch the Legion interview as a watch party? 73% of you say yes. Just remember to put what day of the week works better for you, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and I'll look at the results from the chat. It's going to be really only YouTube is going to hold the chat for me, maintain it. Well, Facebook too. So on Facebook and YouTube, y'all can tell me what days of the week, and I'll figure it out, and then I'll put out the notification via the VIP text group with the link. So we'll get that going. And most likely it'll be in the evening. It will be in the evening. I got stuff to do Saturday morning. Oh, next story. Have y'all heard about Suge Knight outing Jamie Foxx? Have you heard about Suge Knight outing Jamie Foxx? Oh Lord, it disappeared. What happened to my chat? What happened to my poll? What the hell? Hold on. Jamie Foxx. Having brain freezes while I'm trying to type. Have you heard about Suge Knight? Well, actually, he outed more than Jamie Foxx, but in this particular clip that I have, it's about Jamie Foxx. So, according to, I think this was the Jasmine brand, but you'll see the video in a minute pop up. Suge Knight posted, I think on his Twitter, where he decided to post a picture of an actor and tell, and I thought about it when I saw this story today. I was like, do I want to cover this today? Because I'm like, yesterday we ended up talking about gay people and outing, the DL people in the industry and outing them. I'm like, I don't want to seem like that's what we do over here, because that ain't my style. There's a lot of stories that come my way about DL guys and preachers who have been caught, dating people, married preachers and all that. And although those stories are interesting, I just don't like to lean too much into that type of stuff. So I purposefully don't really talk about it much. Okay, so I'm going to play the clip now. I see some of y'all saying y'all have seen, have heard of it. Oh, 93% of y'all like, no. I just noticed the result. Okay, so here's the clip of from the Jasmine brand of the guy who was implicated responding.
Night, a few months ago, he posted a video of you on his verified Twitter, and he had a wild caption with it, man. He said that she was Jamie Foxx's ex. How you feel about him saying that, man?
Yeah, come on, man. Like, first of all, I don't know. I don't think me and Suge have. I thought we squashed whatever that was, so I'm thinking that's what it is. So, and then I heard earlier, that his thing was hacked or whatever. His Twitter was hacked. So, I'll give it. If Suge wanted to talk to me, he know how to contact me. He contacted me the last time we had an issue, an altercation. So he figured out how to get to me. So I'm sure he would, I'm sure there's some kind of jail phone in there that kind of could reach to me. I would have never thought in a million years that Suge would say that, would put something out there like that, or somebody being gay like that, especially in the time that we living in where it's okay. I had an uncle that was gay. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with it. So it's like really corny Yeah, I heard. Like I've never. I've met. Look, I've met Will. Will has always been cool, chill. I heard the little assistant dude come on and say something about some anal situation. Whatever that anal stuff, whatever that is. Like I don't know. I'm just saying I heard what the dude said, but for me, Will Smith ain't never like he's always been cool, a cool person. I don't know that side. And I know there's always two sides to a story, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know that side. I know there's a back side, but that's not the side I know.
So we're going to get to your comments. Savvy says, Suge needs to stop and enjoy prison life. This is him enjoying prison life. He's missing the outside. So he's like, well, if I can't physically be out there, I'm going to mentally be out there with y'all. Stirring the pot. Because everything I'm seeing come out from Suge is him just letting it all rip and stirring the pot is all I'm seeing. Tiffany J is saying, just watched the clip 30 minutes ago on IG, shaking my head. Right. Sped Rocks is saying, no, at this point, I think Suge is just saying any and everything, although there have been whispers for a long time. Yeah, at this point, I'm beyond the, it's just rumors. These are people confirming all the other pieces. They're putting the puzzle pieces together at this point, in my mind. In my opinion, this is beyond just gossip at this point. This is people finally telling their truth. But did Suge out him and Danny Boy? I just recently, really, probably the past couple, since the pandemic is when I started paying attention to social media and all these, the pop culture, hip hop stories and stuff. So honestly, I'm not as well versed in the, in that all. Hey, Trey Kishu. People love to tell stuff when they are caught. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, a lot of y'all like Tryan Turner. Is that his name? Tryan or Tryan? I've seen him and stuff, but I honestly have never really, I couldn't tell you what I've seen him in. Said he was that ninja back in the day. Oh my God, he looked bad. Like, I'm trying to remember what I remember him from, but I guess I remember him from pictures when he was, movies when he was younger. So maybe that's a little bit why I'm a little detached, because he looks like, he looked like he might have been to a few too many Diddy parties, if you know what I'm saying. Is that a yes or no? Because old dude is having a hard time choosing his way. Thank you, Sped Rocks, because I put this, that's why I put this poll up here. Do you believe, is it Tryan Turner in this clip? 38% of you is like, yeah, I stutter when I'm telling the truth too. I'm at a loss for words when I'm telling the truth too. I'm like, yeah, I grew up in Chicago, around Chicago. But yeah, I ain't never been to yeah, and then I went to high school. Yeah, I think I went to high school. I don't know nothing about that though. We all do that when we telling the truth. Okay. Some of y'all need to take what's it called? Body language? Reading body, take a body language class. Learn how to read body language. Cue in, emotional cue in. Use the critical thinking parts. Don't just take everything at face value. What he said, he stuttered through. Don't just pay attention to the words. Pay attention to the flow of the words, the tone, the intonations, the body language, I don't know. I hear they say stuff about in the back. Huh? What's a gay? I don't know what a gay. Oh, I got a cousin who gay. That's the only gay I know. Like, you gotta pay attention to those sort of things. Gotta pay attention to those sort of things. I don't know this dude, but just based on the way he answered, I'm gonna go ahead and say, in my humble opinion, and also, y'all know I'm gay. Some of y'all don't. Well, some of y'all don't. I'm a gay man. It was my radar. It was doing that. It was actually doing that. It was just going. It was going. It was going. He was just trying to distance himself from everything. I mean, what's wrong with being gay? I got a gay cousin. I mean, that's not even a bad thing. But I ain't gay, And I don't know nothing about nothing. I mean, I heard stuff about Will, but I ain't never seen nothing about nothing. And Suge could have came to me. He could have called me. He got my number. We've had other incidents before. That ain't really quite answering the question. That ain't talking about where it came from. Dancing around too much for me. There you go, D-Baby. D-Baby just summed up what I just said. I went all the way around and zigzagged and went back and forth and went out the door and came back in. But D-Baby just summed it up. He dancing around it too much. Wow. And like you said, what's the big deal? It ain't no big deal. It ain't. It really ain't. And if you're not comfortable sharing that part of your life, you are not required to. Probably got to take a little PR class to learn how to answer them questions a little smoother. Leave it at that. What is he talking about? Not literally. He just sounds like blah, 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 blah. Right. I'm gonna let y'all hear it one more time. It's pretty short. Listen to it one more time. Because some of y'all like, no, but he said no. So I believe him.
Suge Knight, a few months ago, he posted a video of you on his verified Twitter. And, he had a wild caption with it, man. He said that she was Jamie Foxx ex. How you feel about him saying that, man?
Yeah, come on, man. Like, first of all, I don't know. I don't think me and Suge have. I thought we squashed whatever that was. So I'm thinking that's what it is. So, and then I heard earlier, that.
Anytime someone says, I think that's what it is, as if like they don't really know the origins of stuff, that usually means they're trying to avoid the truth of where the origins is. They'll plead ignorance. I just told y'all that about Darius Crooks. Anytime that someone brings up like it with the Jeremy video situation, I don't want to get into her tonight too much right now because we talk about that tonight. But he always says, I don't know. I didn't see it. I don't know. I can't answer because I don't know. I think it's about, but I don't know. That's a tactic, y'all. It's called avoidance.
His thing was hacked or whatever. His Twitter was hacked. So I'll give it, if Suge wanted to talk to me, he know how to contact me. He contacted me the last time we had an issue, an altercation. So he figured out how to get to me. So I'm sure he would, I'm sure there's some kind of jail phone in there that kind of could, reach to me. I would have never thought in a million years that Suge would say that, would put something out there like that or somebody being gay like that, especially in the time that we living in where it's okay. I had an uncle that was gay. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with it. So it's like really corny. Yeah, I heard like
it's really corny. Okay.
Like I've met Will. Will has always been cool, chill. I heard the little assistant dude come on and say something about some anal situation, whatever that anal stuff, whatever that is. Like I don't know. I'm just saying I heard what the dude said, but for me, Will Smith ain't never like he's always been cool, a cool person. I don't know that side. And I know there's always two sides to a story, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know that side. I know there's a back side, but that's not the side I know.
To me, that gave it up right there. I know there's a back side, but that's not the side I know. You only do it from the front? Okay. There's all kinds. Trust me, I know. Tiffany J is saying, y'all don't do my boy King. He has a speech impediment. He's also an actor and can articulate when he needs to. I'm with you, friend. I hear you. And then I'm seeing that your chat, you're fighting for the life of your friend in the chat. I get it. Says, and he's an old school 90s actor. He doesn't do all the social media crap. LOL. Who's believing Suge Knight? Me. Suge Knight is Suge Knight true. Suge Knight, I will say, will lie to protect his own tail for sure to get out of some of them body counts he got. That I go with. But just randomly making up stories about what happened in the streets that don't affect the time he's serving or any more or less, I don't see the point of that. I don't see it at all. He clearly has nothing better to do. Oh, as far as Suge Knight. Well, he's in jail. Of course he don't. Of course. What else you got to do? Hell, God forbid I ended up in a situation like that. I'd probably be blogging from my jail cell too. Just telling everybody business. Y'all know on Patreon, I got them story times. Could y'all imagine my story times if I was just bored all day in a jail cell? Suge needs to take up a hobby in jail and stop being on YouTube. Maybe knitting. Right. Okay, he was in Menace to Society and Rhythm. Oh, and the Rhythm Nation video. Please, Claudia, tell me he has more than that as his credits. But those are probably the main ones you're talking about. But I definitely recognize, so it's probably from Menace to Society. Even though I told y'all yesterday, my memory has purged so much to make space for whatever God is doing, that I don't remember the movie. I remember that it exists, Menace to Society. I had the soundtrack, but I cannot tell you what the movie's about. I don't remember if I ever even saw it. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Back in the day, you know, I watched that stuff. Belly, I remember. I just remember that from the DMX scene. I was gonna say that's when I knew I was gay, but I knew before that, but that confirmed it for sure. Menace to Society and Belly, he played the dude with the glasses and the banana. See, I don't remember that part. I remember Belly, and he looks familiar. He's again been maybe allegedly maybe a few too many Diddy parties, so it took me a minute to kind of realize who he might be. Okay, we're gonna move on. Just for the sake of time. Oh yeah, we got to move on. So on yesterday, we mentioned the situation with Usher going to Bali to visit his bestie, Russell Simmons. And we talked about it, but I didn't have the video at the time. So last night I ended up running into it, and I was like, let me just record it and show it to any of you who may not have seen it. Topaz Spivey is saying Vail had to come over here because the conversations are on YouTube. Yes, the conversations are definitely on YouTube. I'm still growing on Instagram, so it's a great place to watch. But and it's music playing, so I can keep talking. It's music playing, so I can't play the music, so we can just, I forgot what song they got playing, but you can just watch the video while I talk. Oh, let me move this comment. Anyway, that's Usher, and he's there. They're doing yoga. It looks like Russell Simmons must be a yoga instructor maybe out there. You got all the people doing their thing there. Let me see. We're getting bots and stuff. So let me see how do I know if we're on? I was trying to see. Nah, it probably ain't working like that. Did it start over? I think it started over. Yeah. But anyway, that's the video. You know what? I didn't think to pull the image in. I don't care. Y'all, some of y'all seen the images anyway. He's a yogi. You know what? Now that you say that, I do remember hearing that. He don't be on my radar like that until something comes up in the media. Tracy Lee is saying that the guy who we were just talking about, he was also in Meet the Blacks too. See, I don't think I saw that one. Then yesterday, YouTube suggested a video to me late last night. Did I go live last night? No, y'all gave me the night off because y'all didn't give me enough likes. So because I didn't go live last night, I ended up just chilling and stuff. And what came up on my YouTube watch page was R&B Divas. There was a conversation. I'm just say, did you watch R&B Divas? Did you watch the R&B Divas reality show when it was on a decade ago? So I'm watching. It comes up on my watch page, and it's I ain't gonna be able to play pretty much of it at all. But let me share it here. I feel like Nikki Gilbert may copyright strike me. But anyway, here's the video, and it's Monifa and Nikki Gilbert from Brownstone, and they're having a conversation about what went down back in the day when they were filming the show. And Nikki Gilbert is going into like behind the scenes detail. I vaguely remember, some of y'all might remember more about how she was suing, and there was just all kind of things happening with the production company and the show. So now she's kind of like at her wit's end. She says she's millions of dollars. She's been paying millions of dollars in legal fees, etc. So she's still, I think, fighting whatever fight she's fighting. I don't know. At this point, I'm like, is the show even worth anything? Because it ain't been on air in forever. But anyway, just a little piece of it. Let me see what part does it. Well, I'll play whatever they're saying.
All this peace and love and joy without really understanding like the hard shit that was happening behind the scenes. When we all started this thing, we made a promise to each other that we would not allow this to break our friendships.
Yep.
We made a promise to each other that the minute it started getting crazy, we were gonna stick together. We even in the beginning started calling each other after tapings, like, okay, bitch, look, that they trying to, and you know what they trying to, but let's, you know what I mean? I did feel like that stopped. And I don't feel like you and I really had issues in season 1. We did not have any issues in season 1. I think where things started with me and you personally, right? Because we could say a lot of things about everybody else,
because
but these people aren't here to
defend themselves.
Right. It is what it is.
But
right?
there was other
that
entities.
You knew the Selena thing was, and I learned, just truth, to be completely transparent with you, I learned that they didn't want me and Selena to be friends in this show because I got an email that I was not supposed to get from production by accident. Iyanla's team reached out and was like, hey, like after season 1, one of the PR people from the network, and be clear, it was never the network that was that. It wasn't the network.
I know it wasn't the
network.
network.
It was the producer partners, right?
I'm very clear.
The network was like, oh, this could be great in the off season.
Right.
After season 1, let's have a conversation about how we can fix and get back on track. And the emails paraphrasing was basically, we don't want Nikki and Selena to fix their relationship right now, basically. So this should be a hard pass. So I knew at the end of season 1, and did not share this, that they didn't want us to be friends. And then there was an article that came out. R&B Divas looking to replace Nikki Gilbert. They say she's a terror to work with. She's a terrible. They're going to replace her with Kelly Brown. So I'm getting like all of this like foul press when I.
Okay, only because it's interesting, but only because of copyright, I can't share much more of that. I'm going to put this link in the chat for those of you who might be interested. It is and it's a 2-parter. Actually, this was just a clip. I'm noticing this is just a clip, but this will help you find the actual YouTube page that it's on, YouTube channel that it's on. But it's very interesting. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's like a 2-hour interview broken into 2 50-something minute parts, and it was very interesting to me because she really goes into depth about all the stuff that was happening behind the scenes. And how they were the producers were manipulating what we were seeing. So that whole, like the scene she said where she went to, oh my God, why my brain shutting down? And Selena Johnson's house. When she went to Selena Johnson's house and she showed up late, she came there, they had already ate and all that. She said that the production set that up because she didn't even know that was going on that night, that there was a meeting. The production company had her coming for something else she thought. They then were driving her where she thought she was going for a meeting or something. They then pull up to a house and she's like, where are we at? Whose house is this? And they said, this is Selena's house. They're having a meeting or whatever. You can go in if you want, or, if you want to pass. She decides to go in, and that's what makes it look like she has this grand entrance. The other piece, and they show a clip of that in all of this. She showed a lot of clips. The other piece was when the whole thing about the tour. Now, I know this is a decade ago, so some of y'all don't remember. But she was saying, Nikki was saying she was already putting the tour together. They talked about it at the end of season 1. It was the whole reason she really wanted to do the show, to have the premise be all of these great singers, female singers coming together, these powerhouses, for a tour. So but production was manipulating behind the scenes, trying to make her and Selena fall out, and also not communicating with Selena that Nikki Gilbert, already had a plan going on, was already working with a tour company that was larger than the one that Selena and them presented. It was a whole thing. So it's really interesting. It's really interesting. If you watch the show and you were like, you know, like me, disappointed that it didn't continue, you know, you will find this really interesting. So I was like, let me just tell y'all about that. Did you watch R&B Divas? Only 53% of y'all say yes. 47% of you did not watch it. It was good. If you can catch it anywhere, it's good. SpongeBob Gilbert. I know a lot of y'all had nicknames for her back in the day. I love Monifa. Nikki was a mess. Claudia, I don't know if your opinion will change. Now, I'm not saying she was perfect because I feel like I saw stuff here or there outside of the show even. But sometimes you see things on the show and they get amplified when you see them outside of the show just because of a narrative that's been set around a person. I would highly suggest you watch it, and I would be interested to see if your opinion of it changes at all. Usually I don't change topics in the middle of when I'm talking about stuff, but on these chat with me lives, I allow space for that. But Crystal W is saying, Vale, have you seen the news surrounding Ryan Garcia and the Bohemian Grove Madness? I have no idea who any of that is. I don't know who Ryan Garcia is, and it might make me sound ignorant because everybody might be like, that's so-and-so, you ain't paying attention to the news. Nah, if it ain't on Instagram or Twitter, I'm probably missing it. And Grove Madness, I have no idea, but you can explain more if it's something that if it's something y'all interested in, let me know in the chat, and then I can try to catch up. But I have no idea what any of that means. Oh, I was only gone for a second. What happened? Tiffany J is saying, when Selena Johnson read Nikki Gibbons down and talked about those knock knees will go down. That read was a read of the century. I'm gonna pull that up. That read is a read of a century. And she played a little bit of it in this interview. I'm trying to think of. Oh, here we go. Here it is. I was trying to think of how to word it so it would come up. Is it this one? How long is this? This might be it. How long is this? Okay, this one might get right to the point. Oh, the quality is horrible though. Hold on. Let me find that. Let me get the other one and try to just get to that space. Right. Oh no, that's a different read. That's a different read. Let me get to the one I'm trying to get to. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna share this with y'all. This is what Tiffany is referring to.
But I got an invoice that you're gonna talk to. I'm dead. You ain't quiet too. I'm dead. Shooting. Well, before I die, no, bitch. Would you play the $20,000 invoice? You we're not doing that. My workout DVD. You lying bitch. Bring it down, Godzilla. Bring it down. I know you're talking SpongeBob. Bring it down. What ass outfit you got on, bitch? You super wet. Now that I am at 1,000. I definitely got to get out of here. I am exiting stage left. I'm a bitch that's better than you, that's cuter than you, and that's more pulled up than you, bitch. And you hate it. You hate it. Bitch, I ain't never worked for you, bitch. I don't work for you. Bitch, I ain't never worked for you. And never. Okay, Bobby, because you a man, bitch. A man with a wig. You're a hot mess. And your legs look like a baboon's ass. I'm not angry. I'm very, very calm, bitch. What you've done to these women is a sin. And there's a special place in hell for a bitch like you. A special place for a bitch that causes division within other women. It is a special place for you. The truth is, you're the common denominator. Everybody knows that you're a hot mess. You're gonna look a mess with those black gums and all. That's low. And them knock ass knees. Thank you and good night. This is crazy. We can.
That end. That end. This is crazy. Yes, but it was pretty epic. Selena Johnson is from Chicago. That's all I got to say. It's in our blood. It's in our blood. Y'all have seen y'all ain't really seen me go there. Y'all seen little peeks of it. Oh. But it's sad that it all went down like that. And I will say that I too have been a person that didn't care for Nikki Gilbert after that, based on what we saw and how it played out on television. That was a decade ago. That was also a little bit of when I didn't understand how production manipulates things when it comes to these type of shows, or in general. Tanya is saying it was a reality show and SWV experienced the same thing. WeTV wanted them to fight more, and Coco said that they got along much better than the show reflected. Yeah, and they do that on purpose. Like part of the interview, and I ain't gonna just recite the whole interview, but part of what they were saying, Nikki Gilbert was saying, the whole purpose was they didn't want that kind of show. That's why Faith Evans left so quick, because that wasn't the agreement. It was supposed to be about sisterhood and, you know, all of those sort of things. And then they realized that no matter what they did, the production crew was trying to get that salacious drama feel thing. Eventually, they were able to, you know, build a wedge and put a divide between Selena and Nikki. And then the fireworks went. Two strong personalities, and it just went. Says Manifa was absolutely my favorite. Yeah, I really did like Manifa too. It's always sad to see sisters back and forth with one another. Yeah. And then the problem is society as a whole, social media especially, loves those sort of things. If they love to see sisterhood and people getting together and all of that, that stuff would garner better views and all of that, and then people would lean into that. The fact is that feel good stuff just don't get the amount of eyeballs. It's human psychology though. I've actually kind of studied up on that, and it's sick, but it's human psychology. I mean, it's human behavior. Says Shantae Moore was my favorite. Yeah, I really enjoyed Shantae too. And somebody I saw had said it was kind of like the R&B Divas LA with Kelly Price. I loved Kelly Price. I always loved her voice, still to today. But I will say that show did not make her look good. And then the stuff I saw after the show even just did not make Kelly Price look good. But she has some classic, some booked and busy, some viral words. Tiffany J is saying, Vel, the same thing you just said about Nikki apply to try and Turner give grace. I ain't hating on that man. I'm just stating facts about that man. I ain't saying nothing. I still think what I think. It don't mean I'm not giving him grace, but I still see what I see. Hey, I'm so late. Oh, share. Hey, Centauria. He said that Renee S is saying that with that read, I would have cried. Too much negative energy. Yeah, welcome to social media. Welcome to social media. Yeah, Shalina is from Chicago for sure. So anyway, yeah, check that out. I put the link. That was to the smaller, shorter part of the clip of the interview. So just look at that on that YouTube channel, and then you can find the entire video. Because I still got to watch the second part of their interview because it was late, so I only watched the first part. Okay, so last couple little more viral situations. Anybody watch The Floor, the new the new game show, The Floor? Do you watch The Floor? Do you watch The Floor? It is a new game show that I've been hearing a lot about. I've been seeing the billboards on the expressways and all that stuff. I personally have not watched it as of yet. I was kind of curious about it. But then I saw this viral video today on Instagram, and I'm like, I don't know if I care to watch it at this point. I'm gonna read these last two, and then I'm gonna pull up this clip. This is Angels, they want to depict us in a negative manner. They couldn't if we wouldn't allow them. I mean, yes, I agree with that. They do, but they're capturing human behavior as well. No race gets along perfectly at all. But I do agree that they do show more of that about, people of color than not. But the truth is, I see what they call them, white trash, and let me not use the terms, but every race I know, and I've been around, all of them act like they got their things. All of them. It's just, yes, the media will show ours more than it shows everybody else's. But there's white on white crime and just like black on black crime, but they highlight our crimes, not theirs as much. People actually, have conflict, and crimes are committed against the people you are around. And the world is pretty segregated. So those crimes are committed. Primarily those crimes are committed against people who look like you, just like with the other races. You go to Afghanistan, there's crime. Guess what? It's Afghan on Afghan crime. It's like, but if the media twists it a different way, so people don't think like that. Like, oh, that makes sense. Of course, they commit crimes against their own. That's all they got around them. We're not the only ones. I loved her, Kelly Price, until I watched the show. She was always booked and busy. Yeah. And the attitude was just really bad. I like Kelly Price, but she does have issues. Yeah. And then we got to see those issues come out of, in social media and all of that. I've done a couple stories on her in the earlier years of my YouTube channel. I haven't looked at Kelly the same since that show and since she disappeared during COVID. Right. That was one of her things. I think I covered that with the man and her family couldn't get a hold of her. It's still a mystery. Yeah, that. And then she was actually just in the news, went viral a minute ago for something. It just didn't get as much traction. And I can't remember what it was now. And then also she had that big blowout with the Enterprise rental car. Some about them accusing her not returning the car or something. And then, it was Hertz. It was one of them, one of the major rental car places. She took to her social media about it. And then also she had that thing with the promoter for a show she was supposed to do. And that just blew up. I can't remember the details because that was a couple years ago. Renee S says that's when reality TV was at its best. I think that's around the time I used to watch Bad Girls Club. Now that is too much for me. I've never watched not an episode about Bad Girls Club. I know what it's supposed to be, and that was just not attractive to me. I've never watched Zeus Network, like their little reality shows, because it seemed like they literally, every conflict has to lead to physical violence. And I'm like, that is not, I don't enjoy watching that. I don't watch it, but I definitely saw the clip you're talking about. Okay, so the floor. Okay, so to the floor. Here is a clip that has gone viral about the contestants on the new game show, The Floor, and how they all have a similar issue of not knowing who Black people are.
Jennifer Aniston. Pass. Pass. Farrah Fawcett. Oh, T-Pain? Nope, pass.
Now they got me with the By Felicia because I'm like, I don't remember if I know 100% where it originated from, but was it Scary Movie? Was it Scary Movie too? No, the spoof one. Yeah, that's called Scary Movie, I think. Was it where did By Felicia originate from? Because I don't know. I don't think I know. But it was like they couldn't identify. I'll mute the rest because you just see the foolishness. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna keep it playing. Hold on.
Pass. Ben Stiller.
Kate Hudson.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Pass.
Pass. Pass. Dakota Johnson.
America's Got Talent.
So you think you dance?
Pass.
That is absolutely crazy. I see y'all saying it came from Friday. So as soon as you said, now I remember. Was it Chris Tucker? Chris Tucker who said By Felicia? By Felicia. Was it? I told y'all my memory is just purged. Especially when it comes to movies and stuff. It just purged most of that stuff. But yeah, it's crazy, right? Renee S. How can you get T-Pain from Mr. T mixed up? Right. Well, they didn't know who Mr. T was at all. So T-Pain. Nah. Craziness. But it's like, Margin is saying, I know who they are, but I'm bad with names. The point of this, Margin, was not people who just kind of forget a name here or there. The comparison was these same people knew all of the people of non-color, but when it came to the people of color, black people, they didn't know those names. We ain't talking about they bad with names in general. They don't know these people. They couldn't say any names of anything black related because it wasn't even just black people. It was black TV shows and stuff too. Anything black related. But it says a lot because they can live in a world where we don't exist, where they can kind of ignore us. Whereas we don't have that option. Oh, Ice Cube said, okay, I'm all off. I told y'all, this is purged. I have seen Friday. Don't think I ain't seen him. Vale, are you? Do we need to take your black card? No. I'm telling you, my memory just purged. That's all. Felicia was the cracker. I'll probably have to watch it all over. Like, I don't even remember what she looked like or nothing. I'm sorry, y'all. It all was gone. Just gone. They expect us to know them, but could care less about us. That's why CRT is important. Critical race thinking, theory rather, for those. Y'all got to quit using abbreviations for certain things because if you're trying to educate the people, everybody don't know what CRT means. I have to think like that as I'm presenting because it's, thousands of people that see this stuff. But yeah, critical race theory is important and should be taught in schools. Yeah. And then of course they want to get rid of it because they don't want to know about us. And the truth is, if the more they know about us, the more they get to realize that we are no different. We are no less than. And then that hurts the entire narrative of hundreds of years. It's like, wait a minute, that ain't making sense now. I thought they was dumb. I thought that's why they ended up being enslaved. Yeah, nah. Okay, lastly, we're gonna get on off of here because I gotta produce the show for this evening. So the last thing I'm gonna show y'all is this is more health related. I just ran into this morning and I thought this was very interesting because it very, very, very much so applies to me and probably some of y'all. Oh, let me do a poll. Oh, let me close this one out first. Do you watch The Floor? Oh, only 8% of you watch it. Let's keep these numbers the same. 92 of y'all don't. Let's not watch it. No, let me stop. Watching that show didn't cause me to say, oh, that's right, I've been wanting to watch that show. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Do you eat microwave popcorn? Poll question is, do you eat microwave popcorn? Because I am, it's something I crave. I haven't eaten it in months really, but I have gone through stages where I would get a craving for microwave popcorn and a bottle and water, like just that. I don't want no juice, no pop or soda or anything like that. Right. Thank you for the reminder, Sonny Blowjo, because I don't even think I said it since the beginning. Please hit that like button and share this video on all these platforms, on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. And so, yeah. So I love microwave popcorn with ice cold water, and I'll max a bag of it. Well, I didn't see this. And I'm like, oh Lord, I gotta give up one of my favorite snacks at home.
Should absolutely never, ever, ever eat is microwave popcorn. Microwave popcorn is the devil for a lot of different reasons, right? But the problem with microwave popping corn is the lining of the bag. Okay, so first of all, they're lining the bag with like PFOAs. Now this is like perfluoroacetic acid. And the problem with this is that it is considered to be a carcinogen, but it's linked to cancer, it's linked to infertility issues in lab animals once it's heated up. So the interesting thing is, if it's linked to all these issues in lab animals when you heat it up, and now all we're really doing is heating it up. You can't eat microwave popcorn without heating it up. Now we've got a hot mess of a problem. Now, the other thing is there's something in a lot of microwave popcorn when you see on the side of the bag where it says artificial flavor or butter flavoring or butter flavored, right? They're not using real butter here. What they're actually using is something called TBHQ and diacetyl butter flavoring, right? You can barely even say the words, but it usually says artificial flavoring, so on and so forth. The problem with it is that it's linked to brain inflammation. It's linked to different forms of dementia.
So, I'm like, no. But I saw some comments. And I was like, okay, Sometimes when I'm getting ready to click on a comment, it jumps with the new comments and then it throws off what I'm clicking on. Sugar Sharon is saying skinny popcorn for me. You know, I haven't tried skinny popcorn, so I'm gonna have to try that. Arrow is saying I put kernels in a brown paper lunch bag and pop myself without the PFOA causing cancer. How the hell you do that? How you do that? You put the kernels in the brown. You ain't got no oil or nothing. Do you give us the entire recipe? Is that the entire recipe? I just get a paper bag, throw some raw kernels in there, and just put it in my microwave for the like 4 minutes. That's what I do with the microwave pop. And then does it take longer? I need it. I need details because I don't want all them other chemicals in my body no more. God knows how much of it is already in there. Lord, please don't bind that cancer spirit in the name of Jesus. Right. Can't have nothing, Lord. Right. It was funny. I was talking to a friend about like going natural. This is like pipe dream stuff. This is like last summer. I was like, maybe one day I'll get to a point, just get a farm and just grow everything myself. And then he was like, yeah, but you know, they say the rain causes, it's got chemicals in it too. I'm like, I can't win. Can't win. Can't even use nature's water. It's got chemicals from the sky. Well, they are in charge of everything and want us to be in the back. Oh, okay. That's about that. Oh my God, I need this resource on microwave popcorn, please. Yeah, so I will definitely be adapting. I also want to find out who that was. I didn't that it looks like she's maybe a doctor or a medical professional. So I want to find out who she is because I'm wondering what other information she has. And I also have learned to vet my own stuff too. So I plan to look a little deeper, and I advise you to do the same. says, no, I just purchased an 18-pack yesterday afternoon. I'm finishing my packs. Then I won't. I've done that before too. Like, I'm gonna stop eating sweets. Well, but I still got to finish this whole pack of Oreos and Chips Ahoy I just bought my last grocery haul. And then guess what happened? By the next grocery haul, I'm like, oh, but they were so good. I'm just get one more pack. I ain't gonna get 2 packs. I'm just get one. Angel said, when I found this out years ago, I stopped eating it. You know, it's funny. I think I've heard things, but not in that detail about microwave popcorn. So I think whatever I heard made me over time just kind of forget and be like, oh, yeah, you know, I'll be okay. Yeah, I ain't doing that. That's why I stopped eating it. I heard artificial butter was poisonous. Yeah. And Lord, I love it. Lord, I love it so. Oh, I love it. But it does give like that greasy, like there have been times I'll be eating it and then I like the roof of my mouth, like after I'm done, it's just greasy and it won't go away for a while. And I'm like, why is the roof of my mouth so greasy? And it's not like that if I eat like popcorn at the movies. So, but then that makes me say, what about that butter at the movies? Because you know that stays liquefied. What's going on in that butter? Lord Jesus. I like microwave, but prefer stovetop. Oh, yeah. So I saw this too. That made me say, because at first I was like, oh, Lord, I'm going to have to stop eating the popcorn. But I could do stovetop. So I'm gonna look into that. Aunt May says, I have a small popcorn machine. Now, that's an idea as well. That's a really good idea. I prefer that over stovetop because sometimes I just don't want to touch the stove. I'm a lazy cook. I can cook. I'm just a lazy cook. I rarely want to turn on the stove. I go through phases. Says, damn, not the rain too. We're doomed. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. I had to start a couple. Let me see. Tiffany says, not really a smart choice. White cheddar popcorn. So that's my favorite store-bought popcorn. That's all I buy when I buy store-bought popcorn. And usually for road trips, I get it. I love that good smart choice white cheddar. It is amazing. But now I'm afraid what that powdered cheddar is made out of. I don't even want to find out. Okay, yeah, that was the one I started. And then Margin is saying, thank you to everyone for keeping my mind off of everything that's going on today. We want to send along those lines thoughts and prayers out to Margin's husband, Robert, who has been become a part of the VPO community. He's been very helpful in reading our Tim Norman transcripts, the reenactments that we do on Wednesdays. It's going to be postponed this Wednesday, today. But yes, he's facing some health issues. So please keep Robert in your thoughts and prayers. And we hope to see him back on camera very, 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 very soon. So with that, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Make sure you remember, please, to hit that like button, share this video, and see me this evening at 7:15 Central, 8:15 Eastern for our next episode of Exposing Darius Crooks. All right, y'all. I will see y'all later. Until then, take care and be blessed. Peace.